Welcome everybody to race 6 out of 16 here for the National Racing League on the iRacing side. We're here at Pocono today, and co-commentator Marquez, who's not here at the moment. He should join soon. Then we got a new guy in the booth, Oscar.
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, I thought you
Hell
were
yeah.
going country accent. Yeah, okay.
What?
I thought you were gonna go country accent, bro.
Oh, sorry. That was it slipped out by mistake. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go over the schedule. Like I said, race 6. This is our Dash for Cash tournament starting this race. It says South Boston, but we're here at Pocono. This race is gonna be the Rowdy 200 in honor of Kyle Busch.
That's
And
the goat,
then
man. That's the goat.
the goat. He is the goat. And then we got Charlotte, Watkins Glen to end the Dash for Cash. Regular season points, I would say, and then Richmond is the finale for that. Point standings entering this race, we got Owen leading the points, followed by Drew, Lane in second, Tolman fourth, Shapiro fifth, Russo sixth, Jara seventh, Johnson eighth, Casey ninth, and Perry 10th. Perry's jumped up 3 spots to get into the top 10. Drew Lebsack jumps up to second, so it's a Lebsack 1-2. Lane drops a spot after wrecking late at Nashville, and then Russo jumps up a spot to sixth. Here's our Dash for Cash group. So we have 4 groups of 4. Whichever driver has the most points after this race and the next 2 races will move on into the finale, which is at Richmond, and the winner of that gets the cash prize. Don't know really what we're gonna do the cash prize yet, but that'll be fun to see. We are gonna go ahead and get qualifying up. Drew Lebsack's at the top of the board as of now. He has a 54.9. Gavin Brooks, he's already set his lap. It's only 1 qualifying lap. And then once again this week we are going to go no fast repair. You got any names, Oscar, that you're seeing that like anything about?
Well, according to my understanding, Drew Lepsack, he's one of them ones. So he's obviously a named cat to look out for. How good any of these guys are at iRacing. This ain't like real life, 'cause real life is better than this sissy shit. But, whatever. I'm rooting for that 8 car personally just because, Kyle Busch and my favorite driver. And, I get a little teary eye when I think about it, but I'm rooting for that 8 car.
Yeah. Somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
His name is his name's Koyuracek. He drives the 41 car. He's not here today. He's our fan favorite. I think he got was it a top? He might have got a top 10 last week, or it was a good finish. But yeah, he's our fan favorite. It's not here today. We're gonna miss you, Cole. 41 crew. Gonna miss everybody. He got P9 last week, so yeah, great race at Nashville for Cole. He's out there watching. We're a big Cole Yurachek fans here. Qualifying is wrapping up though. 4 seconds left. All right, starting grid for this race will be popping up in just one moment. Still rooting for the 41. Yep, let's go. We all are. We all are going for the 41 tonight, even though he's still not here. Anyways, front row, Lebsack, Drew Lebsack starting P1, and then P2 is going to be Johnson. They're both competing in different groups. Shapiro third, Perry is fourth. Perry's been doing good lately. He's jumped up 3 spots. He's in the top 10 now. Owen Lebsack is fifth, and then Morton, who's making his return, is P6. Owen Lebsack is competing against Harley Johnson in his group. Jara P7, Francis is starting P8. In the 27 car, we got Tyler Ranigan, followed by Brian Russo in the 8 car, starting P10. P11 and P12. P11, we got the 84 of Henderson, and then P12, we got the driver of the 47, Carter. P13, P14, we got Brooks in P13, followed by Landers in P14. We got We got Hester in P15, Johanan P16. Graves P17, Casey P18. Tallman P19, followed by Marno P20.
All right, here the boys look ready to go. Not really too much tension on them. Just go out there and execute your race and do it for Rowdy.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Pace car's underway.
All right, everybody, we are back. We had some things to go in and sort out. People wanted to drop to the back and not start where they are, so we are awarding those. It's 80 laps today. I think fuel is 21 laps or whatever. I'm gonna pick 3 guys, and then you're gonna pick 3 guys, Oscar, even though you don't know much. Winning this race, I'm gonna go Lane Graves. Second, I'm gonna go Owen Lepsack, and then third, I'm gonna go Drew Lepsack.
All right. My picks for today is Drew Lepsack. He's a real good driver. He's a real feisty driver. I'm gonna go Justin Jara in there. And then I'm pick that 8 car just cause.
Anyways, the pace cars down in the pit road, and we are green flag racing here at Pocono. It's the Rowdy 200, the 7 car of Johnson with a great start. Shapiro's trying to look up and block, but that's not going to work. 00 looking down to go 3 bottom for the lead, and he is going to be there. We are 3 wide for the race lead entering turn 1.
We approach 3 wide. We got the 7 up top. Looks like he's going to carry some nice momentum. Going to carry on exit here.
Got a little loose right there, but he is clear all around. Great start all around for these drivers. Owen shot straight to the bottom, made it 3 wide for that race lead, and not work out for him though. He's side by side with Jara for P4 right now. The 80 car is going to go way wide in the tunnel turn. Jara's going to make some contact with them, but they're 3 wide for P4. So far, everybody trying to settle in right now. Nothing too crazy going on. We had a little bit of contact with the 27 in that final corner, but he's good to go. Owen still side by side with Jaro. He's going to slide in line here. And we're going to see if Shapiro can get a run on the 7 car of Harley Johnson. So far, everybody's single filing out. We got the 84 peeking down on the 9, about to enter the tunnel turn here. He's not going to be able to get do so. So far, everybody's single file. Not really much going on. It's just Harley Johnson controlling the pace of this field, but the 16 gets a great exit out of the tunnel turn here. He's going to go side by side with the 7 for the race lead. Out of the final corner, they are still side by side for this race lead. The 16, even with the 7-7, may have a little bit out in front of him, but it's not fully clear. 16 gonna have a great entry on the corner here as he is on the bottom.
Comes Justin Jara on the bottom. He's looking real feisty in that 88 car.
Yeah, Jara with a huge run too, like you said. He had a great run. Great run there. He's up to P3. Shapiro cannot make the pass on Johnson, so he slots back in the P2. 80 car trying to look back in on Jara. It's not going to happen, but this double zero, he's going to get to the inside of that 80 car right now. They're side by side for P4. 54 paid for my college, then my Coke 600 ticket. Let's go, Cole. Big David Tallman fans and 41 fans. We miss you, Cole. You're a check. Owen's still side by side with the 80 car 16, trying to peek on that 88 again, but he's not going to be able to. 88's up to P2. He's going to try to make a charge at Harley Johnson.
Man, this is Joseph Driver's home race, man. He's trying to win on, put on for the home crowd, and he's looking underneath right now as we're speaking. He had a look up there and wasn't able to make anything of it, but he's trying to put on for his home fans, home crowd. Nothing like Pocono.
Double zero back on that inside of the 80 car. He's yet to be able to make that move. He's been looking inside a good bit lately, but he has not been able to just get clear of him. 16's back on the inside of Jara, though. Shapiro and Jara side by side for P2, but it just looks hard to pass on this bottom right now as he's going to slide up and make contact with the 88. Owen does make that pass on the 80, though, but Shapiro makes contact, but now just has to slide back in line, and there's single file once again.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of single file and kind of taking momentum when you can, but not really much you can do it.
Jara was looking on the inside of the 7. He's still peaking, but he's just not able to get that move yet. Not carrying the momentum out of the corner. 16 looking on the inside of that 88 once again. Looked out of it last lap out of the tunnel turn. He tried to get to the inside of the 88. He did, but he made contact with him this time. Just not a good run. 88 with a huge dive bomb into the corner. That's just going to allow the 7, though. 7's just going to get a great exit.
Has our third man in the booth finally joined, commentate.
Is that Corbin? 88, big move to the bottom here. He's side by side with the 7. Can he make the move? 7's just going to carry that momentum in the middle. Jara's going to have to check up to not slide up and hit him. And he's just going to keep that race lead. Jara slides back in. 16's going to look to go bottom. He is going to go bottom of the 88. Vince Cap, he is not here, Cole. He has some things he has to go do, so we basically have a new commentary booth. We miss Vince Cap, though. 42 made a huge block on that 18. 18 today is going to be Carter. He's just running 18 in honor of Kyle Busch today. We miss you, Vince Cap.
No, we don't.
No, we do.
Side by side here, the points got 27. 27 and 80. Doesn't look like he's going to clear him. 80's going to get run off the top. Man, there's a lot of single file, just staying in their lane. Take the runs when you get them. But not real much action here at Pocono.
Oh my god, the double zero. Looks like he might have or almost got into the back of the 16. You don't know this, Oscar, but the 16's caused some trouble, and you got some drivers who don't like the guy. You could probably tell it's shots, so you could probably.
I can probably tell because he's Jewish.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but
that is a joke. We love our Jews. We love Benjamin.
Wizards coming for the Hawks. I'm not. You see, Cole Yurichek, dude. I don't know, man. I'm a supporter of you.
Here at NRL, we are supportive of Benjamin Netanyahu. That is what the owner, Joseph Jara, has said. That's what he's forced us to say. Yeah. So we love Jews. Anywho, we got the 16 diving out inside in turn 2. You got to run. Not really going to make anything of it. Joey Jara gets the run on the outside. Going to clear him again. Now he's getting stuck back. Might lose 2 spots here.
One driver who's really drove their way through this field is that 9 car of Lane Graves. As expected, he is really driven up here. He's up in the top 5 now. He has to work on Ethan Shapiro next, and then Owen after that, and so on. But it's been all Johnson so far here on lap 9. Jara back looking for that inside for the race lead. He's not going to get clear, and the 7 is just going to roll that center. Is he going to get a run? He is, and he's just going to have to slide back in line. 27 was thinking about making a move on Graves, but he's just going to sit in line and push him.
God damn, this racing sucks.
0 to the inside of the 88. He's looking for P2 right now. They're side by side still. 0's trying to get a good entry. He looked a little tight there, but he is going to be clear
He's
of
gonna
the
hook
88.
that bottom, and he's gonna get clear, man. That's unreal by the 0 right there.
Yep. Great rotation, great corner for the 0. Now he's up to P2. His next victim is Harley Johnson. These two are in the same Dash for Cash group as we talked about earlier, so we will see how these two finish later on. But he's rolling it once again. He's getting to the inside of the 7, but like I said earlier, or like we've seen, the 7's just getting great exits, but right as we say that, he's in the wall. 0 is going to look to go to the inside. He's going to have help by the 88 here on the tunnel turn. He's getting pushed by Jara.
Doesn't seem it's going to be interesting. He's going to clear him. He's going to clear him, and Joey Jara loses momentum right there on the outside. But new leader, Owen Lepsack. You know, one of the better nutsack brothers, you know.
16's going to get tight under the 88 and make a little bit of contact. Does the 27 go 3? He is. Shots. Or Shapiro.
Whoa. Lane Graves almost turned him
It
right
looked like
into the
Shapiro
wall.
tried to come back up. Tried to come back up and
It
blocked
was
it.
a little too close for comfort, if you ask me. I don't know about that Shapiro guy. Don't really sound American to me, but.
Graves pushing that 88 right now on that outside. He's side by side with the 16. The 9 and 16 are in the tunnel turn. The 9's almost clear. I believe he should. Yeah, he is going to be clear of Shapiro. He's up to P4. Great start by the 9 of Lane Graves. Carter Casey, who started in the back, he's up to P10. Drew Lepsack, who started in the back, he's up to P12. And Morton, where is Mark Morton? He still has yet to get up here. I was hearing he was having some problems with his pedals. So I don't even know if he's racing right now. He might not even be on the track. P20, way back there. .0 of Owen Lepsack, who is leading the point standings.
7's in the wall again, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah,
no,
he's just getting tight. It looks like though. Maybe he's used up that tires.
I'm on the wall. This jar gets a little bump, or he gets tight, and he's in the wall. Lane Graves is going to take that spot from him. Looks like the 7's trying to diamond the corner here. Trying to get a great run off the exit. It seems like he got a great run off the exit. He's in the wake of the 0. 0 recognizes it, tries to part ways from the draft. 7 makes his move, dips inside. Side by side, entering turn 1.
Yeah, 0 should be able to roll that center like the 7 has all race long in that corner, and he does. 7's still trying to peek there, but he's not going to be able to. We have a car in the wall in the back, but he's going to keep it straight. Nobody's wrecked yet, but these top 3 all so close together with Shapiro and P4. He's 6/10 off the leader, 4/10 off of Graves in front, but Graves looking to the inside of the 7 car right now.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I forgot I have to do an exam right now.
Yeah, you were cooked, bro.
Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Let's do tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll just wake up early. Like, I'll wake up early.
Cole asked how long can you go on fuel. I believe the fuel is like between 20 and 22 laps. It may be like 21 to be exact, but people may try to save some. We'll see, but it should be around 21. Lap 21, we should see people come in, maybe lap 20.
I'm
Already
being honest with
closing
you,
in.
this is the most boring racing I've ever seen. Like,
Honestly, we've probably seen more action or closer racing here than we had at Nashville last week. We had a long green
oh,
flag run
the
in
double zero
Nashville.
gets tight, man, and the 7 comes off turn 2 with a run.
He is
The
going to
guys
clear the
from the
double zero.
inside. Yes, he is. 7 to the point.
And Graves all over that double zero now. He's getting help from Shapiro. Shapiro's not going to be able to make a move, but Graves is right there on the double zero. Do we see him try to do anything entering turn 1? Really close racing here. Double zero is going to go inside. Has to check up. He gets tight. This is going to open the door up for Graves to peek to his inside.
Oh, he's
Entering
going to
the
get to
tunnel
that quarter.
turn.
Yeah, he is. He's going to get to that quarter, but I don't think it's going to matter when that 16 comes shoving the double zero.
Yeah, and you are correct. Graves trying to roll that bottom in the tunnel, turn double zero.
And he
Looks like he got
does.
tight. Double zero got tight. Great corner by Lane Graves. And Graves side by side with the double zero. Still yet to get clear of him. He's going to dive it down deep into the final corner. He is going to make that move work, but double zero trying to
It's
get around on
stuck.
exit. Not.
He rolled that 9 car rolled that bottom and it stuck.
Lane, after starting in the back, is driven his way up to second. Another guy that started in the back, he's up to P7. That's his 24 car, last week's winner of Drew Lepsack. He is 3 points behind the points lead right now of his brother, who's third. But Drew, like I said, starting in the back, up to 7th.
God damn, look at that paint scheme, that Trojan paint scheme.
So what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I was there when it was being created, and you know, it was beautiful watching it get built, and it looks perfect on the track.
Well, what's your
Shout
thoughts
out
on
B for
Trojan?
it comes in handy when you know. Anyway, back to the race. 7 car starting to build himself a gap here. Seems like, as I say that, he washes up the track, but 16.
I'll tell you one
I don't
thing,
know.
dude. If that 16 wrecks Owen, bro, we, we are gonna have some crazy tempers. But like I said, the 16s cause problems with some guys, so we don't know what could happen. Drew
Yeah,
Lepsack is
this
coming up
7's
to the
starting to pull
16.
away.
Yeah, 7/10 of a second lead for Harley Johnson.
It seems like the tires have gotten to a point where like they can't even like run consistently. You know, where they stay in each other's draft for that long, and you know the car's starting to make the difference now. And you know whatever you're feeling, how the car's feeling, the adjustments that are made pre-race, you know, are starting to kick in right now.
16 looking to the inside of the 27. I believe he gets clear of him. He does. 27 is just going to have to lift and slide back in line. 24 has caught up to this group after starting in the back. We're on lap 18, so we should be seeing green flag cycles eventually.
I think that 24 was just minding his own business, saving his tires, and when the opportunity to decide, when he felt like he needed to go, he's going. I mean, he's taking over that spot from the 27.
Yeah, he is flying right now. He is right behind the 16 of Ethan Shapiro. These two, a little bit of history I've heard, but we will
Anyway, we can
see.
get some time lap intervals. Oh, bump. Doesn't really seem to affect the 16, but
We cannot, unfortunately.
what kind of shitty fucking production is this? Is this fucking CW or what?
Hi, hi, Brad. Whatever.
Oh, someone just disappeared. If I'm shit, he back on the track. He just fucking he saw Dale for 1 second and said nah. Here you go.
Drew,
24 is
is he
going
gonna
to
look
dive.
to go 3 bottom entering the tunnel turn? He's not. He's just gonna stay in line with the 16.
He's going to pass his brother though. So he's looking inside the 16 right now. He's looking to go for 2 for 1. It's not quite exactly going to happen in that corner, but gets himself into the brother. I hope him clear him.
Oh, he's gonna body him. He's gonna body him. He is tight on him. They are tight on each other.
I haven't seen anything like that since I haven't seen anything tied in like that than Trojan on you know what, but we'll move on.
Car in the back pitting.
Gives us 24 from clearing right here. He does. That 24 is on one. Fortunately, there's no stage racing here, so it's just gonna be a fight to the finish. See if we can rally in that 7 car and just reel them in and
Oh,
wrap up
car
the lap.
slow.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
Why is he slow?
At the 16 here, he's slow. Don't know why
Is he out of fuel?
He's taking the access road. This is usually
Did he run
the
out of
entry
fuel?
of the fuel window. The 7 car boxes or pit. Sorry, this isn't fucking F1. I'm sorry.
Did the 16 run out of fuel? Why is he so slow?
I have no idea. Anywho, Lane Graves is going to cycle, or not cycle out. He's just going to take the lead due to the leader pitting. And, you got Drew Lepchak on one right now. It's my previous pick, man. Fully believe in the Trojan and the 24. And, you know,
Should be seeing Lane, Graves, and Drew Lepsack pit this time or next time. Yep, pitting this time.
they're all going to come down inside.
Oh,
Lane Graves. There's no way he made that line. I'm
did he
sorry. I
speed?
love. There's no way. He was coming in way too smoking hot.
Did
I'd be.
Lane Graves speed? I think he's fed, bro. I think he's fed.
There's no way he did not speed because, boy, he came in there hotter than
Gara should
someone's
back up.
cousin in Alabama.
Gara's still struggling to get in his box.
Joseph Jarvis just ran over a pick through member. He had a reverse, and then he realized he was still running the man over, and then he had to hit on the gas and then reverse. And
Yep, Graves penalty.
I knew that motherfucker sped. That's gonna kill his day. I'm just gonna.
What the hell just happened? 18 must have
What,
sped. But he's back
bro? What
down
kind of
again.
network is this, man? I'm gonna take my talents to Fox.
Anyways, Johnson is going to cycle out back to the lead. Drew is P2. Well, he's P3 on the track right now, but we got Gavin Brooks who's in pits right now. So these two are going to cycle out to be 1-2. Lane Graves speeds in pits, man. That is tough.
All right, let's see how quick this 24 is going to close on the 7. How many laps do you think it'll take trying to get to that rear
We're on
bumper?
lap 23. I'm going to say by lap 27, he's going to be up there. Lap 27.
Good prediction. It's a great prediction.
What do you think?
Maybe 28. I was thinking around 27. So, he's actually losing some time right now. So, I don't think he's pushing his stuff right now. He's kind of waiting for the end of the run to really make his games, preserving those tires, making sure they're at the right temperatures. But It might be a little later than what we both expect. So
Yeah, it is looking that way at the moment, but so far everybody this pit stop or this pit cycle has changed everything. Nobody's really like right up on each other like we saw for the whole first 20, 21 laps, and Graves, who made that drive earlier, all the way down to P19 now after his beating on pits.
he's gonna need a yellow to get back into this one, or at least salvage a decent finish. But doesn't even look like, with the way everything's separated, he don't even get that yellow. But who knows? I think that 24 is just preserving his stuff for the later.
I
As he
agree
saw
with
the
you.
7 car, that 7 car started to get tighter and tighter and tighter as the run went on, and hopefully they hammered that one out with the adjustments they made in this pit stop. But I don't know, that 24 looked good.
And as things like if everybody finished where they were right now, Harley would be leading his group over Owen, Esther, and Gavin Brooks. In Group 2, Drew Lebsack would be leading his group over Joseph Jara, Martineau, and Morton. Group 3 leader would be Brian Russo. He'd be leading over Lane Graves, Henderson, and Cole Yurachek, who is not here today. And then the leader of Group 4 as of now is going to be the 80 car of Aaron Perry. He'd be leading his group over Shapiro, Tallman, and Dylan Carter.
Yeah, 7's starting to build more of a gap there.
Yeah, I think he's gained,
Started
what,
dan-
3/10?
about 3 tenths, but it was kind of danced around the 1.1 second mark, and um, they really haven't distance much, and then these last 2 laps,
Ooh!
that 7 car started. Oh, we got some contact here.
Aiden banging entering the tunnel turn, and he just hits the wall. That could have been that could have brought out a yellow if he fully would have
Do my
lost
eyes
it.
deceive me? Is that 54 cars out there towards the front?
He I I know you don't know much, but 2 races ago we went to Martinsville. He won. Last week at Nashville, he finished second. So his last 2 races have been crazy
Oh,
good. And then
he's got some real pace.
entering this week, he said that he loves Pocono. He said Pocono is a good track for him, and he's up to fourth right now. Does Dave Tallman have anything for these guys later on this race? Can he try to win? If he does win today, he had a chance to go 3 in a row. He had a chance last week, but just couldn't catch the dominant car of Drew Lebsack. Anyways, like it's been a great running for Dave lately.
Yeah, he's starting to reel in second and third. So I think it's just a matter of time. I do think the 24 is still saving his stuff, but um, you can only save your stuff for so long until you got to go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, like you said, with the saving. Um, how much is Tallman like pushing his stuff more than the 24 and 00? Well, earlier this race, when the 24 started in the back, we saw late run. He was just flying. So we'll see how that corresponds to this cycle for this run. So we'll see. 54 is gaining on both of the left sacks. He's all over that 00. 00's reeled in his brother as well. 19's in pit road once again. Dave running a higher line there, trying to get a run out of the corner and down this long stretch. Don't think he's going to be able to make a move on the 00 this time. 19 still on pit road right now, but it's Harley Johnson. Hey, his gap's to 1.5, so Drew gained a
It
little
was
bit last lap.
it was just at 1.9.
Yeah,
So maybe that 24 said it's time to flip the switch and start to go.
exactly. Maybe the 24's pushing now. Maybe Harley is struggling with his tires now. Maybe he's tighter, but 24 better tunnel turn, gained a 10th there. He is reeling him in pretty good right now.
Weatherfield got a good exit.
Drew Lepsack gained a 10th and a half that lap. And we're on lap 30. We were nowhere near the correct prediction on when he'd be up there. But doing pretty good right now. He will get there eventually, though. They're on lap 30 out of 80 in the Rowdy 200. It's been all Harley Johnson, really. Saw
It
some
really has
guys
been.
challenging for the lead earlier, but as of now, it's been all him. But Drew Lebsack is really reeling him in. Drew looks to have one of maybe the best long run car right now. Maybe out of anybody in the field. Don't really know much about the guys further on in the back, but up here in the front, Drew's really leading this little group up to Harley. Lane Graves is back up to 17th. He's 39 seconds off the pack, but I mean he's getting 2 seconds on the leader, but it's not gonna matter. He's gonna have to get a caution, and if he gets a caution, he needs it to be before that last run, so we can have plenty of time to get through the field. But I don't know. In one run, we've seen Drew drive from the back all the way up to the front. I mean Graves basically did it too, so we'll see. But Harley's just doing a great job right now, leading as much as he can, but Drew has got that gap down to 9.5 tenths.
That's kind of crazy, um, but he's got to get around him. He's got to get around him and make sure he's in front of him for this next cycle. West if because the cycle's going to repeat and repeat and repeat, and it's going to run out of laps.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have it's two more pit stops if this stays green. Next pit window for these front guys are, I think lap 42-ish, 41 to 43-ish. We'd see guys pit. Lap 43 would probably be the latest. I'd say lap 40 would be the earliest they pit, but should be seeing Carly probably pit lap 41, 42. Drew could match. We'll see, but I mean, it's down to 7 tenths. We'll see what he can do if he can get to Harley and pass him before the pit cycle. Has time to do so. We'll see.
You can tell that seven's starting not to turn as well as he wants to with the way he's arcing into the corner.
Yeah, gap's down to 5 tenths. Drew
He's going
is
to get in
really
the
doing
draft.
good.
He's going to get in that draft and start to really reel him in. Lord, he would have tongue twister that was fish. He's from the South, so it's a little different around here. None of this sissy Pennsylvania Yankee shit.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, that arc's killing him on entry. He's given about a tenth and a half.
Yeah, it takes him forever just to get to the bottom in that corner. He's just way too big of an arc. His tires, though, probably not the greatest. I mean, I mean, we can
Probably why
tell.
he's doing. It's why we're doing that big arc because he knows he's too tight and he's got to arc it in somehow to get that car to turn in the center of the corner.
47 still on pit road. Don't know what's going on with him, but Drew's peeking to the inside here for the race lead on Harley Johnson here on lap 34, working 35. These two are neck and
They're gonna be
neck in
door
the
to
final
door.
corner. Almost. They might have made a little bit of contact, but great exit for Harley. But Drew's going to have that side draft on his right quarter panel or on his left quarter panel.
I open the door. Oh, and if they keep battling like this,
Yeah, it does,
let's see
Drew.
if the
Is he?
7 gets the run off the corner. He's not gonna
He
clear him.
Drew trying to stay as far away from him as he can. He's going to work back up now, try to side draft his quarter, but Harley is still not clear. Drew is just holding that quarter panel of that 7. He's going to try to get a good entry and exit in the tunnel turn. Can Drew make the pass? Not completely yet. They're still neck and neck even. Drew's really going to send it there. Not going to work. Owen's right up on the 24 now. They're making a little bit of contact out the final corner. Harley's still going to hold the lead. It is hard for Drew to make this pass, and look who is here now, Owen and Tallman. Harley's way up out of the groove. Ran way too high up, and he's going to hit the wall. 00's harder into the wall, though. He followed that 7.
Is he gonna invite Alex Tallman or Nathaniel or whatever the fuck his name is?
Call him Dave.
Big Dave,
Tallman.
Nathaniel, David Tallman, Alex.
Drew's up to a 4/10 of a second lead right now. Harley put up a decent fight, though. He did for 2 laps, but tires are obviously worse than the 24. 24 is pretty good at saving his stuff up. The guy who had trouble in pits earlier was that 88 car of Jara. Slid his box, reversed, missed it again, had to go up, missed it again, reversed. Finally got into his box. He's down in P9 now. He lost 8 seconds basically from doing all of that. But he was up here with this group, but not anymore.
F-54 is looking on that 00 right now.
Guys, Zach is in the chat. Logano family house fire. Logano family. Logano family house fire. What is that, too? What is Zach talking about, bro? Logano family house fire. Over under half a yellow is the line. Do you think we see a yellow today?
I don't really know if I'm being honest with you. It was my first race. And I don't know.
The last week, I think we had 2 early yellows, and then we went green, and then like with 20 to go, we just had a caution come out of nowhere. Today's been just green all the way so far. Over under half a house fire for the Logano family is what Zach says. Why is the 47 still in pits? We're
I
gonna
don't know.
take that
Maybe he's
off the
enjoying the
screen.
view.
We are tired of seeing that. He's just sitting in pits. Lane Graves in the very back. We'll go back up to the front. What happened to the overlay, chat? There we go. Even to the wall, 00 is going to look to his inside. Drew's up to a 1.2 second lead. Is he still in pits? Yeah, he is. That's great. '42 car of Francis is in pits. Can't have the pit overlay up anymore because we're not trying to see the 47 in pits the whole time. But 47 of Dylan Carter is out of this race. 54, I got under the double zero, but you never know. Okay.
That 7 elected a kind of short pit here, just a little bit. Not really expected window here, but probably in hopes of undercutting the 24 car in the track position. See if it drags
Yeah.
into the top 3.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to do his best to jump Drew and try to take that lead back after this all cycles out, but we'll see. Drew and Owen and Tallman should be pitting very shortly, maybe this or next lap. We'll see if the 24 of Drew elects to pit this time. Does look like he is slowing down, maybe. Nope. 54 is going to pit. 80 is going to match that and pit with him. 80 might have sped. I think he's good though. So Drew's going to stay out again. Caution is out for the 27 car. Let's go, Zach. 24 car all over the 11, trying to put the 11 a lap down. This is Martineau. He is a lap down. We'll see if the 24 comes in this time, which he should. Or Johnson's probably going to jump Drew again. But Drew's going to get him back later on in the run. Drew with a nice entry. 00 should be following. He does. Got other guys pitting. That's Carter Casey. 27 is going to spin in pits. Going to stay green, though. 8 car is going to gain on the 27. But he has the 8 car. A little bit of nose damage. Can't tell. I don't think he does. 84's in. So Gavin is going to cycle back out to the lead, but all eyes on the 7 of Harley Johnson. Where does he cycle out here? How far in front of these guys is he going to be? But Drew is going to run him down later on. He stayed out 2 laps extra than the 7, so we're going to see those tires matter a lot long run. Maybe at the end of this race it could be different, but we'll see.
Didn't really look like he got that much of an advantage. But the way that 27, his pace was early in the run, it seemed like he's going to be able to build that gap. Towards the end of this run, we know that 24 is very strong at the end, and that 7 begins to struggle. So,
we'll see. We'll see how many laps it takes him this time. So we have 37 to go. We got 1 pit stop left if it does stay green. That's going to be around lap, anywhere between lap 60 and 63 probably will be the final stops for these guys. So Harley, we're going to see how much he can hold on here or how long he can. We'll see how that corresponds to the final run of this race. Dave has a 3-second gap on the 00 now of Owen though. 42 cars trying to gain or make a move on Owen. It's not going to happen though. Owen's probably going to drive in or drive away from that 42. I believe Owen pitted way after that 42, so he's gonna have better tires. Carter Casey, he's up in P8 right now after getting wrecked out lap 1 last week at Nashville. How long does it take Drew to catch Harley this time? There's Lane Graves. We should see the leader pit. Yep, Gavin is in pits. And Harley's going to come back to be the leader. I believe the 7 has led the most laps all race so far. It will get the extra bonus point if it continues. Whoever leads the most laps gets a bonus point, and also your pole sitter does get a bonus point as well.
I'll tell you what, that 54 is hanging in there, and definitely still a contender, you know. I'd be interested to see if we can make a push at the 24.
Yeah, this last run is going to be very interesting if these guys are together. We will see, though. 36 to go. We're around 16-ish laps, 16 to 18 laps away from our next and final pit stop of this race. Anywhere between 15 and 17, 18-ish laps. But the 54 is right there on that 24. Here's that good run out of the tunnel turn for that 54 of Tallman. He is peeking to the inside of the 24. We'll see if he can get a good entry and exit. He does look clear right now. 24 may have just given it to him. We'll see if he does a little crossover on him or if he sits in line and pushes him. He's just going to sit in line and push that 54. They are 5/10 away from the 7 of Johnson. This will be interesting for this final run, man. If that 54 can win this race and beat the 24. Man, dude, Dave is really lining it up lately. We'll see, though. Long race to go. Dave all over the back of that 7 car now for the lead. He's going to peak all the way to the bottom. Not going to be able to get there and make the move just yet. He's going to roll the center of this corner, try to get an exit. This is going to allow the 24 to really get in there. 54 is going to go a little low and slow himself down. But he just got held up out of the tunnel turn. Almost got into the back of the 7 and wrecked him. But all good. It's just going to take an extra lap now to get by the 7. Going to dive really low here on the entry of turn 1. 7's a little high. He's going to try to roll that center and get an exit and keep this race lead. 54 is tied on him, and he's going to try to hold that quarter panel and pull him back and side draft, and he is not going to be able to slide back in line. He is back on the quarter panel. Can he get a good tunnel turning, make this pass on the 7? They are really tied on each other. 7 hard into the wall. He's going to hit the 54. I know Dave is probably really frustrated right now trying to get by this 7. And he's... Oh my god, he's going to run him up into the wall. Oh god.
Ooh.
Tevin doing all he can to keep that race lead. He's going to get another great exit on the 54. Oh, he's in the wall a little bit. He's going to try his best to keep momentum, and he is.
They're gonna allow this battle right now. Is gonna allow a few more players to enter into the picture.
Yeah, this is a great battle we have going on right now. Dave really struggling. 7 doing a great job at defending. If this was the final run and it played out like this, Harley would have the lead coming to 11 to 10 laps to go. If it was the final runs, like I said, plenty of race left, so we're going to have to see. But Harley Johnson is doing a great job at defending. Owen is back up here, and Perry. We got one lap car in the mix, but we got a top five are all up here together. Carter Casey's 2.9 seconds back. He's P6. He's going to try his best to gain as much as he can as these guys battle. But the 54 is really going to have a great corner and clear the 7, but is the 7 going to cross him over and go bottom? 54 is going to block. 7's all the way under the yellow. Slowed
He lost a
himself
lot of
down.
momentum there.
Yeah, might have got a little loose down there when he tried to make that move. But this is a great battle here on Pocono. You love to see a 7 in the
21
lap
is
car.
in the way.
We do need this 21 to get out the way. He's not battling to keep his lap anymore.
You got live movement on the track.
Is the 80 going to push the 7? He does. Puts himself in the wall a little bit, though, but it's fine. Carter Casey, like I said, trying to gain as much as he can.
I can
2.7.
imagine the things they're saying about that 21 right there.
7 car really falling off right now, though. But we do need this 21 to get out of the way of these guys. Let them go.
This 7 car he's falling off, but it's a lot earlier than what the last 2 runs have been.
I think the 21 car's on fresh hard into the outside wall. Oh my god. He's gonna keep it straight. Then it's gonna stay green. Holy crap, bro. I guess he pulled himself over, Zach. He said cautions out for debris. Anyways, we got a battle for the race lead. Drew had a crazy exit off that final corner. He's speaking to the inside of Dave Tallman for the race lead here. He's going to make quick work of him, and he is the leader. 24 car leading with the 54 back to second.
See, with that 54 and the 7 just battling, that gives the opportunity for the 24 to just sit back and just see what happens, preserve your tires. And, 54 and the 7 got into it a little bit, and 24 was just able to take advantage.
Race-wise or battle-wise for the lead and all that, this has been, honestly, compared to Nashville, way better. Battling for the lead and all that. Nashville, we didn't really see much battling, but look at this battle we got going on right now for P3. But yeah, Nashville was pretty much just, we just had a long run and not really could pass. It was just bottom. We got a couple battles going on up in the front. We'll see how this final run is going to play out later on, as we are around 8-ish laps away from that final green flag stop, 8 to 10 laps. Drew's up to a 6/10 of a second lead already over Tallman, followed by Johnson, Lepsack, and Harry. Carter Casey's lost 2/10 to the race leader ever since Drew took over that lead. But he's still going to try his best and try to gain on these guys up ahead. Perry's only a second away from Carter Casey. So we'll see if he can gain on him and get the draft of these guys. Carter Casey's just right here. But like I said earlier, great rebound for him after getting wrecked by Shapiro lap 1 at Nashville. I cannot believe Joey Jara lit his box that many times earlier. The 54 has fallen off a ton, as Drew Lepsack is up to a 1.2 second lead right now over these guys. And he's just going to try to build as big of a gap as he can before we have our final green flag stop of this race. Owen's looking to the inside of the 7 car. Not gonna be able to make that move, but these two are in the same group for the Dash for Cash tournament. Owen's trying to do his best to get side by side with the 7. He's gonna peek low and see if he can make that pass on him for that third place position. They're side by side right now. Harley Johnson's gonna try to roll that center and get a good exit. Owen's up into him, makes a little bit of contact on his left rear. Gonna keep it straight, but this is gonna allow the 80 to make a move if he wants to, but he just sits in line with them.
Personally, I'm just waiting for this race to be over so I can go hit McDonald's real quick. Oh, what the fuck? 54. Thought he was going to hang a right, but didn't.
Tight racing right here. If there is going to be any chance for a yellow flag, it would be with this group right now, probably. Anyways, with this battling going on, the 29 car of Carter Casey is now here, and as we say that, he is on the inside of that 80 car, working to get P5. This is a great run for the 29 right now. Can he make quick work of this 80 and get by him? Gonna have to lift and just fall back in line. Carter Casey's really having a good run after that last pit stop. Drew Lepsack up to a 2.2 second gap. Really just a battle for P2 right now. We'll see how the final pit stops play out though, and if these guys do jump Drew. 7 car's probably going to pit early like he did last time. So he should jump Drew again. I guess it all depends on how much of a gap Drew can get before he does pit. We will see, but even if he takes the lead back, it's going to be hard to hold off that 24. '49 working back on the inside of that 80 car for P5. 80's just been holding that middle lane. It's been hard for Carter to just make a move on him. Carter just cannot get it going. He just needs to build up a run and then try to make a move off of the final corner down the stretch, entering the first corner. Double Zero trying to get P2 right now. He's trying to get a run on the 7 car. 7 is going to roll that exit though. Double Zero still right up on him. We'll see if he can try to make a move. Gap to the leader from P2 is up to 2.3, almost 2.4. 80's looking to the inside of that 54 now. Let's see where Carter goes. He's just going to roll the bottom. He's going to be side by side, but 54 is just going to let him go, I believe. He does. 54 is just going to let those guys go. Last act by Dave. Owen back on the inside of the 7. Not going to be able to get clear of him yet, though. 7 is going to roll that middle like he's done all race long. Almost hits the wall, but he doesn't. Double Zero trying to hold that quarter, can't though. Have to slide back in line. I've been staying in between. I mean, well, now it's up to 2.5, but it was that 2.4 gap for a good bit. Now it's really up to 2.7 because they are side by side once again for P2. Owen's just sending it on him. Side by side. 7's going to try to get that exit like he's done all race. We got a car pitting. Does he get a good entry? Looks clean. Or Dave. He's going to pit really early here and try to get out into the lead. 7 and Double Zero still side by side here. Seven's going to roll that middle lane. Try to maximize his exit. He's going to get into the wall, though. This is going to open the door for that 0-0 to get clear. Great positioning for Owen here, entering the tunnel turn. Can he make the pass on this 7? Not be able to. He's not going to be able to just yet. A little bit of contact there. 7 got a little sideways from it. All good. 0-0 is really going to drive it in here. Try to get clear of him. He does. We see any guys pit this time hard into the outside wall. Goes to 7. Nobody's pit just yet, though. Up here besides Tallman. Shapiro and Jara are in pits right now.
Seems like that 54 is gonna try to. I don't think he's gonna fight past 24, but it's gonna put him in a decent spot to finish within the top 3 because he was just outside the top 5, I believe.
Yeah, he pitted early. He's going to try to do his best to jump to 24 if he can before the 24 pits. We'll see how long he stays out. Carter Casey trying to get around on the 7. Not going to be able to just yet. Do we see any guys pitting this time? Drew is going to stay out. 7 car is in with 19 to go. Been a great run for Drew so far in this race.
At this pace, I would not be surprised if the 54 cycles out as the leader.
Yeah, he should cycle out and get the lead. 24 likes to stay out once again. 80 is going to be in pits here, followed by the 29. Clean entries. Harley Johnson, though, he sped in pits on 7 car because he is the lap down behind the 8 car now. So I think he did what Lane did. Maybe, I don't know, or he just slid his box. He might have done what Joey did, actually. I don't know, but he had an issue on pit road. So he is not going to have any chance at a top 5 unless we have some caution and he has a good run after that. 24 is looking like he's coming down, though.
Yeah, he's coming down. Needs to make that stop because, boy, that 54 is hauling. But down comes Owen as well.
See where we can find this 54 on track. He's exiting the tunnel turn right now.
I believe.
And not slide your box through Drew.
It's going to be real close. Yeah. Wow, it's not
a big enough gap at all.
It's not a big enough lead as you'd like, but
he's gonna need a caution or something, like maybe in like
the driver behind that 54's got the aggressiveness for sure. This is for the win now, so it's kind of fair game. So, obviously still want to be clean but.
If you're the 29 car in P3, though, you are praying that the 54 just does his best and just fights this 24 hard. The 3 second gap though, 3.6, so it's gonna be hard, but great run for Drew. I think he's gonna make quick work of him.
Seems like turn one has been the easiest passing zone out of all three turns. Yeah, it's quick work. He's already clear.
Drew's nailed his pit stops all race and saved the stuff for these runs. Great job by him. It's a 3.3 second gap between Casey and Drew Lepsek, so just guess there's 16 to go, but that's a big gap to make up. Really big.
I don't see anyone touching that 2024.
I agree.
Pace has been too strong. The car's been too strong. It's only going to get better unless something catastrophically happens. I don't see it anything other than going the 24's way.
Carter gained to 3.2, 1/10 though, but like I said, I just don't see it happening. Big of a gap. Gap is to 2.6 between Carter and Drew. Drew's probably saving his stuff, and Carter probably pushing all out long. Meet the Logano family, okay. Thanks for that, Zach. For Casey's got the gap down to 2.4.
He's closing, man.
Yeah, but just how much stuff is he using, you know,
Yeah.
compared to the 24? This would be a crazy. If Carter gets up there, I highly doubt it, but if he does, this would be crazy drive by him. Down to 2.2. He needs to make quick work of this 54. Gonna need to get it done now. Does the 54 let him by?
Looks like he
He
does.
is. .3 seconds is the gap between P1 and P2. 11 laps to go. How much does Carter have left in the tank to get up there. How much does Drew have? Drew's probably saved or has been saving his tires way more than Carter Casey has. As Carter is on attack mode, he has to try to hurry up and get up there. We'll see how the tires play out here. Carter just needs to get close enough, get into his draft, but I think that's going to be really hard to do.
The gap has really not changed that much, so
I believe Carter did pit a lap before too. So he's has older tires and he's been pushing way more than Drew has. So his tires are 100% worse than his, but we'll see. We'll see if he can pull something out here and get up there. In the go, coming to 9. It's just even. Gap's even. Owen's closing in though on Carter. Owen closed in big time on the 29s, trying to make a move for P2 to make it a Lepsac 1-2 here at Pocono. We got 8 to go. Drew's working to bring it down to 7 to go. Owen's going to look to the inside of the 29 and try to make quick work of him, and he does. One of the other faster drivers this race was Lane Graves, and once again he has issues on pits, speeds and pits, so it took him out of contention. So it's going to result in basically just a dominant win for Drew. Well, I wouldn't say dominant, but I mean, these last 2 runs, I'd say, yeah, pretty dominant by him. Especially this run, he's led basically almost every lap of this final stint.
I don't really know what's happened to that 7 car. He might have slid his stuff because if he got a penalty, he'd be back there with Graves.
Yeah, 100%. I think he just missed his box or something a couple times or something like that.
Yeah, he had a great run, leading all those laps. Didn't really have, I'd say, the best car, but he had a strong car. Definitely a top 2 car. But not going to get the result he was looking for.
Only thing Drew is not wanting to see is a yellow flag. It stays green, and he doesn't pound the wall. He has this race locked up. We're 6 to go right now. Coming to 5. Still no caution so far at all this race. Pretty clean start. Um, really been all about executing your pit stops and also your pitch strategy. And Drew's been doing both of those perfectly, and he also has the pace outside of that as well. Drove up through the field and put himself up here in position. 5 to go. Lane back up to P13. Trying to do his best to salvage as much as he can. Curtis Casey with a bounce back week after getting wrecked out lap 1 at Nashville. I mean, he had 2 back-to-back weeks that were just tragic for him. Martinsville leading on the Y flag in turns 3 and 4 coming to the checker, gets bumped and run by Tallman. We lost Martinsville, and then Nashville lap 1, turn 3 and 4. He gets shipped up out of the way into the outside wall, exiting 4. Ended his race right then and there. Great recovery for him this week, though. He's gonna try to just keep it going and finish P3. Good run for him. But it's a Lebsack 1-2 right now. Drew coming off the final corner to come to 3 to go here at Pocono.
I'll tell you what, that boy's got that shit in cruise control right now. He ain't even, just trying to manage, make sure don't hit the wall. That car's phenomenal. That driver's phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, earlier we saw, we had like a whole train and everything. Got a whole train up here. And then final cycle comes around, and look at this. No trains at all. Drew's up to a 3-second lead in his own time zone. Owens in his own time zone as well. Carter's basically in his. All these guys who are in a train for that lead are just all separated by a second or
I'll tell you
more.
what, I've been monitoring that non-car on What If, right? And the gap has always been around 40 seconds to 41 seconds from the leader the whole night. And, it's such a shame to see what could have been,
Could have had a crazy battle. We don't know. Could have had a battle here in this final stint. It's a shame, but I mean, you're the 24. You love to see that happen, though. You hate it for the guy, but for your sake, you love it. 3-second gap. 2 to go. A final lap that we could see a yellow out of the tunnel turn. We'll see. Andrew take the white and get his second win of the season and go back to back. He could be contending for his 3rd win of the season, but at Daytona, he wrecked it on the white flag. He got hit by Owen Lebsack down the backstretch, and it wrecked him. Got a battle right here, though. It's not going to matter as Drew Lebsack takes the white flag at Pocono here in the Rowdy 200.
And man, it's just been smooth all night long. No hiccups, no bumps, no bumping fenders, bending fenders. There's none of that. He just ran his own race, clean and consistent, and this is the result he got.
Yeah, Harley Johnson in the 7s works his way back up to 9th, but after Harley, that 7 being up in the front and leading most of this race, the 24 of Drew Lebsack just had a better strategy, was faster, and just mastered his pit stops. Didn't have any issues all race. It's been a great race. green all the way, and Drew Lepsak's going to go back-to-back and win the Rowdy 200 here at Pocono. It's a Lepsak 1-2 with the 0-0 finishing second. Carter Casey bounces back after last week. He's going to finish third. Perry fourth. Tallman fifth. The 11 is a lap down. Shapiro, he's going to round out P6. Ranigan's going to get P7. Joseph Jara, P8. Johnson, after a mistake on pits, drives back up to ninth. Brian Russo, he's going to lose to the 42 at the line, and he's going to miss out on the top 10. So Francis gets P10. Brooks is going to finish 12th, Lane 13th after his mistake on pit road. Henderson in the 84, he's going to finish right behind Lane. He's going to get P14. Josiah Hester off the final corner. He's going to come out and finish this race in P15.
Or any way we can pull the leader in here?
Yeah,
winner.
we will.
Race winner.
There's your finishing results. Lepsak 1-2, Casey third. Then your back half. Mark Morton finished 17th. Landers 18th. Carter 19th. And Johanan P20. Drew Lepsak's going to come around to burn it down here at Pocono. We're going to go ahead and get Carter Casey in here. He finished P3. Carter Casey, got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, really good week compared to last week. You drove great. You think you could have done anything different to try to get up there and possibly win, or you think you did all you could?
There was one of those later green flag runs where I was kind of stuck in a window of like 1.8 seconds away from that lead pack. I was working to just stay in the draft and maintain, and I did a pretty good job of getting up there with them. It would have been nice to be a little bit closer than that, but granted, where we started and the way it played out, I think, yeah, I'll being closer to that leader, that lead pack there on those last few runs would have been nice. But no, a good run overall. It played out really well. It was a great race, and yeah, happy to keep it clean.
Yeah, like I said, went way better than last week, even though last week was not in your control whatsoever. But yeah, we were monitoring that gap between you and like when I think it was like the top 4 or 5 were all like battling in that one stint. We were monitoring to see if you could get up there and get a sniff of their draft and possibly have something to say in the final stint. You almost did though. You got P3 though. Great race by you. Oscar, you got any questions for Carter?
I don't really have any questions, but you obviously drove a great race. You got yourself up into second position, and when you had the opportunity, it seemed like you were kind of keeping it even with the leader, or not second, my fault. But it seemed like you had a great car. So obviously, congrats on the race today. Obviously, didn't go your way, but
Well, I appreciate y'all taking the time to put the show on for us. Good to run, get a P3, man. I appreciate it.
Just a good race, Carter.
All right, see you.
Am I too late?
Yeah,
shut the hell up. Nobody's talking to you.
P2, we're gonna get Owen Lepsak in here. Owen Lepsak, you got a copy, man.
Yep.
Well, great race by you once again. You are gonna lose the points lead though, but at least it's to somebody you work with, your brother. But great race by you. You think you could have done anything differently, like pit cycle, pit strategy, anything like that to contend with them?
Probably not. I mean, I feel he did a better job saving tires, and I just every single time, every fucking time I was every time I was trying to every time I was on exit, I just had to go through like 3 cars that were just defending like it was the last lap of the championship. But
yeah, I would say that I think it was after the third pit stop. Was it second or third pit stop? Like it was like just heavy battling, bro. Like that little train, and then Drew just took like the 2-second lead and stuff. Really made it hard.
It's just, and then I don't know. The 7 car was just defending everything, dude.
Yeah.
He was on 2 or 3 lap older tires. He uses them up in the first 5 laps, and then he just sticks it on your door so you can't get around him. So it was basically like another Nashville, but at least this track you can actually pass. But
Yeah, about to
it
say
was just
we saw way more, I'd say, battles compared to Nashville. That Nashville race kind of just we didn't see much, but yeah, we had way more battles here. Anyway, it's a great finish for you, though. You're still gonna be top 2 in the standings. Oscar, you got any questions for him?
Owen Lebsack, man, I just want to congratulate you on your second place finish. You know, in the beginning of the race, it was kind of like Daytona a little bit. You know, everyone just kind of pack racing, staying single file line, and how difficult was it to navigate that, and trying to make your way to the lead and all that kind of stuff with everyone.
it's a lot of games when it comes to that. It's there was like I can't remember when, but there's like 6 of us all in like one tiny train. I think it was when Dave or the 7 car was in the lead, but it's all games. You gotta just get the run off of one and then see what happens there. But it's just a lot of dirty air. Was not great again, but you know. P2, they can't complain too much.
All right, then.
Hi, Owen. Great finish for you. Clean race P2. You're gonna be leading your group now by a good bit, I think. Well, I mean, Harley was who you were contending with in your group for the dash for cash, and he had a mistake on pits, so you're gonna have a good gap between you and him. So good race for you.
Thank you.
True. God dang it, dude. Drew lap sack,
Hello?
dude. I.
Hello.
Oh my God, dude. Lane Graves, Beeves and Pits. Big shout out. Um. Anyways, great race for you. Um. Don't really have any questions for you. Like, I mean, you kind of just mastered it. You saved your stuff. You were fast. Executed every pit stop. I mean, we'll just walk us through your race, I guess, man. Like your drive through the field.
Yeah, I mean, got pole. I made sure I got that extra point. I think I led the most
It's
laps. I'm not
close.
sure
You
though.
might have that last run. You
The
led like every
7 was
lap.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I got that point. Yeah, I had a good feeling going into the race just based off my pace. Um, I knew these guys were gonna beat the crap out of each other. Um, in that first run, so I really just took my time going through the field and just picking them off one by one whenever they fell back to me. When I ended that run less than a second off of the leader, I had a good feeling for the rest of the race. Just keep stretching it, um, just to get the overcut on the tires. Because Dave got the undercut, but the 4 lap overcut, I basically it was
He
barbecue
also didn't even
chicken
have
from
that big of
there.
a gap on you either on that final, at least the final
Yeah,
run.
yeah. So just we came in here, we executed our game plan. Couple people I want to shout out. First, head coach of Cole's football team. That was for you. Also, rest in peace, Rowdy.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Rest in peace, Rowdy.
Hey, you won the
Um,
Rowdy 200 for him.
so, um,
Turn on that
but
camera, pretty boy, and I want to see that bow.
I did not have my camera up. I would bow, I can bow, but you won't see it anyway. Yeah, rest in peace, Rowdy. Always good to bet on that 24 car. Championship leader now. A lot of what ifs, man. If I didn't get a bad push from Owen at Daytona. If that
Wait,
cost
y'all
me to come
actually
out
bet?
at
I'm sorry,
Vegas,
dude. Y'all actually bet? Dude, you won the guy 160.
there we fucking go.
Cole
There we
said.
go. That's for you.
Cole said you won him
That's for you.
160.
There we go. That was for you. Head coach knows best. He knew to pick 24.
Oh my god, bro. This guy.
All right, Drew
Um,
Lepsack, you were my pre-race pick, so I was kind of expecting a lot, and I see that you had Paul. I was like, oh man, it's easy picking, but you elected to start in the back, obviously. So, mid race, once you knew you were towards the front, and you know that 7 was kind of short pin and having about 3 second lead, and you weren't really hawking them down too fast, and
yeah.
and it wasn't really something me or Davis worried about. It was a matter of when, not if. So we knew you were kind of saving your stuff there at the end. Can you elaborate on how you kind of
Yeah.
trusted yourself to kind of close that gap and, as big as the lead as it gets, and it doesn't really matter towards the end of that run, you knew where you're going to be there.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of confidence for the rest of the race after the first run because, I passed the whole field and got within a second of the leader on the first run. So I knew if I was patient, save my stuff, like I would eventually hawk him back in. I just let the 7 beat the shit out of his tires, and then he fell back to me before I even started pushing. So car felt amazing. Got to thank Trojan Condoms, Labatt Blue Beer, Publix. Go get an Italian pub sub today. Um, what else is on the car?
Bud doesn't
Chipotle,
even know.
steak burritos. Um, yeah, looking forward to Charlotte next week. Um, very confident there. That's an awesome racetrack. Just feeling really good right now. Feeling real good.
Yeah, and you got max points. Well, I don't. You might have led the most
I
laps.
can, you
Maybe
know
you
what?
don't.
I'll check the
Yeah.
results. I'll let you
For
know right now.
this was the start of the Dash for Cash tournament as well. You were going up against Jara, Marino, and Morton. I think Jara got the second highest, but
At
I mean you have a
35. Yep, I led 35 laps. Harley led 32.
yep. So you max points. So that's gonna be good for you in the regular season standings as you take a points lead and also a commanding lead in your group for the Dash for Cash tournament. So I mean, great race for you. Dave Vila joins the booth after the race. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, sorry guys. I've been working long hours.
Big shout out to
I have
you,
a
bro.
question for Drew Lapsack. One question before I gotta go.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
You've been testing a lot of the Xfinity cars the past couple of weeks in official racing, and it seems like you got a better understanding than the whole field. Getting prepared for next week. How are you looking to race next week? Like, what's your idea or your plan?
Um, just run a couple laps, get a little comfortable with the car. Um, don't really have a plan. Just run some laps, get a good feel for it, go into the race with a lot of confidence. Um, as long as there's no cautions, I think I have some of the best racecraft in the field. Maybe the nines got me. But he sped in pits, and then that was
He's a
Oh,
basically
he's
shark.
better pits
He
again? No way.
he's the first started like the first pit stop. I think he was P2. Go about the like he started in the
Mhm.
back or whatever. Drew did
All right, I'm gonna
too.
get the
So
fuck
they
up
both.
out of here, bro.
I will see you. They both drove
Give
up
me
Have a
into
good
the
night,
field,
Oscar.
but he sped on entry and
God, that
this
guy is speeding
yeah.
in pits are like Kobe and Shaq. It's a duo. Um, there's a rumor going on, Drew. I don't know if you hear it, but David Lewis might make a team, and I might be the driver. It's not confirmed, not confirmed, but it might be a rumor.
okay.
What do you
That's
think about?
exciting. What do you want me to say?
One more question and we'll let you get out of here, Drew. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, somebody in the
Do I?
chat gained a new
Yeah.
follower. He says, "Shout out racing in the Tricky Triangle, greatest racetrack." My opinion, battle wise and all that, I think this was a better race compared to Nashville when it comes to the battles and stuff. What's your opinions on how the racing was up in the front?
The racing was very good. See, the only problem with Nashville is it's a one-lane racetrack and dirty air is very bad. Pocono, you can move around a little bit, not a lot, but the tire fall off was just spectacular. Um, so if you saved your tires, you were able to do basically whatever you wanted at the end of the run.
Yeah,
So It's
Was
underrated.
it one multi-group this race?
I mean, uh, yeah, you
There were
could say
definitely
so.
different
Yeah,
lines,
like
but I
the
mean,
7 would like hold the middle a good bit,
the
and when yeah, like it
yeah,
was couldn't pass on
seven
the bottom.
seven had a crazy arc
Yes,
going into turn one, basically the whole
it
race. I
was
mean,
good. Maybe it's just a check. Maybe it's a 10% we added, Abe. We'll give you a clue, but
definitely think we need to keep that temperature
10%
up.
or the temp. Yeah, we can do that.
That's
Temperature up definitely made it a little better.
all you,
Just
Davis.
yeah, temperature up definitely made it so tire fall off was a bigger issue.
Yeah.
But
Well,
rest in peace, Rowdy. Go Trojan condoms. Go head football coach 160. Do I get a little split of that?
imagine.
Could I get a pack of Coors Light?
Yeah, you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't be a part of that, or that's
Is that insider? Is that insider trading?
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to
Ah,
suspend you
well.
permanently,
Oh
indefinitely, if you
well.
do that.
If the president can do it, I think I can do it. So.
Okay.
Just be there or there.
Anyways, good point stage, Drew. Your points leader now, and good lead in your group. We'll see you at Charlotte, man.
Thank you.
That's it, Drew.
All right. This was the points entering today. Owen had a 3-point lead. Drew maximizes. He gets pole point, wins, and leads the most laps, so he's gonna jump up. Lane is gonna fall to Tallman. Lane speeds and pits. So gonna see a shakeup. Drew 100% takes the points lead. Want to thank our sponsor or our partner, B3 Designs. Make some of these paint schemes back-to-back weeks. A B3 Design scheme wins once again. I guess back-to-back. Trojan 24
Mickey
car.
Mouse wins.
Trojan 24 wins here at Pocono. He goes back-to-back. This was the Rowdy 200 at Pocono. Rest in peace, Kyle Busch. But we'll be back next week at Charlotte to continue our regular season. Also, our Dash for Cash tournament go live around 8:55 p.m. Eastern time and race at 9. It's been a good one,
And I will
guys.
be there. Yeah,
Yep,
I'll be there,
Abe will be
Davis.
there.
I'll
Let's
be
go.
there. I'm
We're
making
gonna have Abe
sure.
back, boys. Vince Gab probably will be back too, but want to thank you all for watching, sticking around. Caution free race. We'll see y'all next week at Charlotte, guys. God bless.
Have a
Take
good
care.
night, guys.